Hello, hello. Today is fun. We are going to work with rulers. So you should have a ruler today. This is used for measuring the length of things or how long they are. Let's look at the ruler. Look carefully at your ruler. What are some things you notice about the ruler? What do you notice when you look at it? It's straight. Sometimes they have a metal edge on this side. What else? There's numbers. There's these big numbers. Yeah. And there's all these little lines, right? There's all these lines. Okay. These big numbers are measuring inches. A ruler measures something called an inch. An inch is this long. See where the number 1 is? So from here to here, from the end of my ruler over to the 1, that's an inch. From my number 1 over to the 2, that's an inch. Okay? From the 2 to the 3, that's an inch. Now these numbers from the end all the way over to where that 3 is, where the line, see that big line by the 3? That is 3 inches. From the end here over to where the 4 is, that is 4 inches. Okay, so how far is it from the end over to where this finger is? 8 inches. How about from one end of my ruler to the other end? Can you see what number that is? It's a 12. These rulers all have 12 inches. That'll be the same for all these rulers. Now, 12 inches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 inches is also known as something called a foot. Now, it might not be the size of your foot, and it's not the size of my foot, but in measurement, we call this a foot. 12 inches equals a foot. We're going to work with inches today. Okay? So we're going to look at our ruler, and we're going to work with inches. Now, we're going to specifically work with 6 inches. So find the 6 on your ruler and put your finger right there. Here's my 6. I'm going to put my finger right there. That is half. This is half of my ruler is 6 inches. The other half is also 6 inches because 6 plus 6 makes 12. So 6 is right in the middle of the ruler. Okay? So 6 inches. Now here's what you're going to do today. I want you to look at this paper. It says comparing 6 inches. Okay, so you're going to find things that are shorter than 6 inches. And you're going to find things that are longer than 6 inches. So on this side, you're going to draw pictures of things that are shorter. On this side, you're going to draw pictures of things that are longer than 6 inches. So you're, like we've done before, you're going to have to go on a hunt around your house to find things that are shorter or longer than 6 inches. Now, let me share my screen with you, and I'll look at some things that I have that I can measure. Okay, here we go. So the first one I started out with was my rubber band ball. And I'm going to put my finger down here on the 6. Is it shorter or longer than 6 inches, everyone? Shorter. So that's going to go on my shorter than 6 inches side. So I need to draw all the rubber bands for my rubber band ball. Okay? Rubber band ball. Okay. Now, here's my next thing. This is Pablo. Remember, poor Pablo lost a nose because my dog Willow stole Pablo once and took care of Pablo's nose. Now, again, I'm going to start measuring by lining the, this is a little bit hard to see. Let me see if I can back up my camera. There we go. Okay, I'm going to start, this is the bottom of Pablo. So I'm going to put my ruler down here by the bottom, line up the ends. And here's my 6 inches. Is Pablo smaller or bigger than 6 inches? Shorter or longer, I mean. Longer, right? Pablo is longer than 6 inches. So Pablo has to go on the longer than 6 inches side. So here's Pablo. Okay, I won't do it perfect, but there's Pablo. Okay, and you can go around and find whatever you can. Like, look if I did my pencil. Let's see. Curious. Ooh, look at this. Oh my gosh. Okay, so I'm lining up the edges here. Line up the edges and go down, down, down. What? Wait a minute. Is my pencil shorter or longer? No. What is my pencil? It's the same. See how it matches up the big line right by the 6? My pencil is 6 inches, so that can't go on either. If you find something that's the same, you can just draw it right on this line in the middle. Because that is kind of funny, right? My pencil's the same. So if you encounter something that's the same, put it right on the line in the middle. Longer goes over here, shorter goes over here. So just remember when you're measuring, say I was measuring my paper, I'm going to line up the two bottoms. Line up the two bottoms. Here's my 6. So is my paper longer or shorter than 6 inches? Longer. This paper is longer. Okay. So go ahead, use your ruler. Find some things around the house to measure. This should be a fun one. Okay, everybody, go ahead, start your measuring. I'll see you later.